Yes, 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 ladies and gentlemen, I thank you for tapping in with us. Welcome to Music Connect Africa. Of course, we are the Up for Music Industry News. Tips, insights, and each and every week we take a look into the entrepreneur professionals who are the driving force behind the music scenes. Of course, today we will be Of course, today we will be vibing to the sounds of Ahuma Bosco Ocansey. That's aka Dodi Bosco. He is a people-centered leader who thrives in building and leading award-winning teams, and he has been involved in programming and marketing, grooming superstars, of course, building verifiable brands and growing businesses. And he's widely known in Ghana as won countless fans throughout his news, entertainment programs, and on national radio. As director of communications and special projects for the Musicians Union, he devotes his time to helping young talented people to improving their skills and as well welcoming them to broadcasting. He is also a highly respected representative of the Rastafarian Council of Ghana. And be speaking with Daddy Bosco about the first ever Reggae Dancehall Awards in Ghana. Of course, this is a special concert to celebrate the hard work, dedication, and perseverance of the artists within Ghana as well, aimed at rewarding hardworking stakeholders like singers, producers, selectors, and DJs, and other persons within the music industry itself. Of course, Reggae Dancehall Awards, Ghana, is long overdue as well. And which is, even though their main traditional high life music has been around, reggae has been one of the dominant genres in Ghana and across Africa. So, Daddy Bosco, welcome, and we're happy that you're here and would like to talk about this first ever Reggae Dancehall Awards that's being held in Ghana, August 26th of this year. Of course, there are persons across the aisle that are very excited about, this new Reggae Dancehall Awards itself and the various categories that are being highlighted. Welcome. How are you doing?
I'm doing fine. Thanks a lot. And I hope you're also great.
Yes. So, of course, we would like to know the Reggae Dancehall Awards. What role do you play within, or what's your involvement within the Reggae Dancehall Award space within the Ghanaian industry?
Okay, so thank you very much for this opportunity. Um, I like to put on record that this is actually not the first Reggae Dancehall Awards in Ghana. There was a short-lived scheme which went on for about 3 years, sometime like 7 years ago. Unfortunately, that couldn't be sustained, so it fell by the wayside until last year when this conversation for the Ghana Reggae Dancehall Awards came in. Currently, I am leading the board of the Reggae Dancehall Awards. And basically, the work of the board is to provide direction for the scheme and also contribute towards the selection of the nominees and then ultimately the voting. The interesting thing about this award scheme is that for certain categories, there is no public vote. It's an entirely board and academy voting. Whereas for certain categories like popular songs, things like that, it allows the public to participate in the voting.
So part of the voting is coming directly from the board of directors and partly from the general audience.
Yeah.
It
So what it is, in addition to the board, which is made up of eminent persons in the reggae world, we have some of the longest serving representatives of reggae dancehall. We have sound system operators and things on the board. In addition to the board, we also have the academy, which is made up of a cross section of industry players. So the academy comprises some musicians, some artist managers, journalists, presenters, and then bloggers. So that is the spread of the board and the academy.
Now the board and the academy itself, are these persons all of Ghanaian descent?
African Star, who lives here in Ghana now, is the only one who wasn't born in Ghana. But Star has been, this is the second time he's come to Ghana to live, because he's been to Ghana a number of times. In the early 2000s, around 2005, 2006, he was in Ghana, lived for over a year and had to return. But this time around, he is fully repatriated. He's in the process of building his house. So we see him more as a diaspora who has returned.
Okay. Now, is there a category for voting for artists outside of Ghana as well?
So we have categories for non-resident artists, whether they're Ghanaian or diaspora. As long as they don't live in Ghana, we have a category for them. So we have the international collaboration, and then we have the national category for artists who, like I said, do not live in Ghana.
Locally, what has the reception been like? What has it been like on the ground? The reception.
I didn't hear your question fully, but I think you were talking about publicity for the scheme in Ghana. Is that right?
Local publicity. What it has been like for local Ghanaians. What has been like the reception?
So here in Ghana, at this stage of the publicity campaign, we're doing mostly social media.
So yes, Daddy Bosco, you cut out there for a second. So
Yeah, can you hear me?
yes, my question to you was locally, you're saying that you're using social media medium right now in terms of advertisement or to get the reception as well. But locally, has the reception been like persons are happy and are looking forward to this Reggae Dancehall Awards?
Okay, so as I indicated, at this phase of the publicity campaign, we're driving it mostly on social media. We're using the various social media platforms to promote it. And then once we enter into July, we will go on to terrestrial media. That is, we will be putting it on radio and on television as from next month. So we'll run radio and TV in addition to the social media and online platform through July to August, when we have the main event.
Okay. We're going to take a break and we'll be right back.
We good loving me one the whole night. And he must move over by a higher height. Want some drink? Do you want some ice? Hey, only you know what to do, baby. Boy, you put me in the mood, baby. Nobody's calling on your name. No, it's the fear that altitude. I'll be the kind of girl what you need. Puff, puff and smoke some push. Real bad man, give me a breathe.
Yes, Daddy Bosco, welcome back. Can you hear me? Yes, so as we go into the various categories, there are categories that also welcomes the international and persons within the diaspora as well. What can we look forward to in terms of performance, the general public? Will there be a list of the various artists from within Ghana and also outside of Ghana collaborated for an electric performance for the night?
Great. So as we're speaking, we're in the process of finalizing what you call it, the list of performers.
Yes.
We have a few artists who coming from the West who are in the process of confirming their participation. And then we also have some local artists who are finalizing their participation with. And this is an award scheme. So the idea is that it's not a commercial gig, or it shouldn't be seen as a commercial gig for the performance. This is an industry event. So we're going to be working with artists who understand that concept and appreciate that we need to work together to build a viable reggae industry, reggae dancehall industry for ourselves in Ghana.
Of course, it is that you have high life music as well. And then there is, of course, reggae music. And as I've stated as well, that, reggae music has been very dominant within Ghana as well. Was there, in terms of the decision to focus on just reggae dancehall, was it a hard decision amongst the board of directors to say let's do it only on Reggae Dancehall Awards?
Oh no.
Okay. Was it a difficult decision at all?
It's long overdue. It's long overdue. Like I told you, we had base awards a couple of years back, but it couldn't be sustained. So every year we have the big VGMA, which is the Vodafone Ghana Music Awards, which is like the biggest awards in Ghana for music. And they have only two categories celebrating reggae dancehall song and then reggae dancehall art. There's always been a clamor by reggae and dancehall artists for more places on the VGMA board. However, because VGMA looks at the entire music spectrum in Ghana, which then means high life, hip life, gospel, all those genres, it would be out of place for the organizers to give reggae more than two spots. So the decision to have an award scheme that looks exclusively at reggae and dancehall is something that the industry players have been calling for years. So it wasn't a hard decision. It was straight to the point, and so far it's been well received by most of the industry players. In our engagement, now that we've engaged most industry players, from musicians to artist managers to bloggers and journalists and presenters, there seems to be a great amount of buy-in. As we're speaking, next week Saturday we're having the nominees launch. So that is where we'll announce the nominees for this year and then couple it with another stakeholder engagement. So the launch, we're doing 3 launches. We're doing one in Accra, which is confirmed for the 8th. And then we have a second launch in the United Kingdom, which is confirmed for July 29th. And then we're finalizing the Kumasi launch, which should take place right after the Accra launch, before the UK launch. The UK launch is in Birmingham.
Okay. Now, for the UK launch in Birmingham as well, this is more of a fundraiser, or will there be performances as well? Is it like a performance and as well persons can, give towards, a good cause? Something that will stand the test of time, because I think from what I'm hearing this is actually a great movement that's going on here, and actually being able to reach across the island for our brothers to say, yes, we are welcoming what you're doing, and we would like, to not just have it as a Ghanaian opportunity, but as well for reggae dancehall that exists within UK and other parts of the world. Here's an opportunity to take part from afar.
Yes, so the Birmingham launch is both a concert and a fundraiser. And as a matter of fact, there has been tremendous response from the diaspora, with quite a number of artists sending in their endorsements for the event. And so, if you ask me, I'll say the support from the diaspora has been pretty overwhelming, and we look forward to an exciting launch in the UK, which will both promote the event and possibly raise funds for the event.
Loving it, loving it. Where it is that reggae dancehall actually embodies our culture. I would say collaboratively, not just for Jamaicans, but as well for Ghanaians and the world at large as well. So for all our dancehall artists and persons within Jamaica who will be listening to you this interview right now, in terms of what the GRDA is about to embark on, what can you say to our listeners and what to expect for the 26th of August? Will Jamaica be able to watch this, electrifying performance on their screen whilst in Jamaica as well? Or will this be aired to the public after the event?
Good. So what we intend to do is to stream it live on the day of the event. So we will use our social media platforms to broadcast the event. And I think there are some prospective partners who would also like to stream events on their platforms. So once we work out all those details, hopefully by the end of July, we'll issue communication on the streaming platform for the event.
Yes, so of course we can look forward to a press release that will tell us a little bit more about the various things that will happen throughout the day of the event as well. I must tell you guys that I applaud the fact that you guys are doing something that has to do with reggae dancehall. We do not have enough events that celebrate our artists across the world. And where it is as well that the industry welcomes the subgenre of reggae across the various countries, whether it's in Africa or other parts of the world as well. We look forward to the GRDA. Go ahead.
So what it is so apart from the standard reggae and dancehall, we're going to be looking at two subcategories. That is Afro dancehall and Afro reggae, because currently as we're speaking, there are strains of reggae and dancehall coming out of the continent which have a pronounced amount of Afro vibes in it. So we figured that it would be good to separate the standard reggae and dancehall from those artists who are doing what we call Afro fusions. So that is one of the things that will be unique about these awards. For instance, artists like Stone Boy, in addition to playing classic dancehall and reggae songs, have songs that they themselves call Afro dancehall, which have large doses of African vibes. Yes, dancehall and reggae have African vibes, but these ones are really pronounced. And so we want to highlight those subgenres as well.
For sure, for sure. Yes, and I'm quite excited to see what the final product will look like for the GRDA. Thus far, Reggae Dancehall Awards, are they able to do through the website, or can they contact the board directly?
And what I will do is I will send you the bank account details so that you could share it with your listeners and subscribers and anyone who would like to donate to support the scheme.
Yes, yes. Yes, well, I tell you, I appreciate you coming through. I really love what you guys are doing. Of course, it is, as I've said before, Ghana is one of the highly influenced countries with who celebrates reggae dance all across the isle. So much that we are family. When you ask Jamaica, or when you talk about the African country, it's always that Ghana is our brothers and sisters as well. So we look forward to this as well, and I'm sure that there are other Jamaicans just as like myself who would wish to attend the ceremony in person, not just watching it online as well. So we'll keep you posted in terms of that as well. But last but not least, what message would you like to send not only to dancehall artists across the world, but to persons who would be interested in watching this event live? What can they look forward to, and what's your message to them?
Okay, so this is the maiden edition of the Ghana Reggae Dancehall Awards, and we are poised to improve it as the years go by. We will welcome any positive feedback, contribution, criticism, as long as it's aimed at making the scheme much better. And we'll invite ones and ones to support this scheme in cash or in kind, so that ultimately we can all celebrate the King's music. Because dig this, reggae is one of the most universal art forms, whether it's Africa, Asia, Europe, or the United States. Reggae music is well loved. So we look forward to working hand in hand with all reggae aficionados globally to make the Ghana Reggae and Dancehall Awards scheme a lasting monument in the space of reggae and dancehall.
I love it. I love it. All right. So, to the listening audience, if you'd like to check out the Ghana Reggae Dancehall Awards, the website is GRDAwards.com as well. And you are able to check out the awards. You're also able to, if you would like to reach out to anyone, and you can check out the press releases. And as we look forward to the UK fundraiser as well, to all the persons who I know that are on that side, I will share the message about this event as well. And we look forward to August 26th to come out and share. If for persons who cannot attend, that they can locate on the various social media platforms and be able to share with their own individual audience, so that persons actually can get a bigger audience for the event on the 26th of August. I thank you for coming through, Daddy Bosco.
It's always a pleasure, Dr. Empress Rose. Bless you too.
I thank you so much. Have yourself a blessed rest of day.
Amen.
Who's your daddy? Who's your daddy? Who's your daddy? Who's your daddy? Who be your daddy? Who's your daddy? Who's your daddy? Who's your daddy? She be my sweet, sweet Fanta Diallo. Beautiful woman, I be romantic.
Yes, ladies and gentlemen, you are vibing to Joe Vibe. Of course, it is that. That is the son of none other than Ahuma Bosco Ocansey, aka Daddy Bosco. We just completed our interview. Now I'm letting you know, Daddy Bosco is a force to be reckoned with when we're talking about a passionate believer in Africa's future. And he has leveraged the technology and particularly the benefits of social media for continental development. I encourage each and every one to go out and support, okay? We are talking about the reggae genre as celebrated across Ghana as being one of the most dominant genres across, are in the pipeline as well. So much international acts that have entered Ghana and have performed on the African soil, so to speak. So we encourage you to give your support, be it is monetary or otherwise. We welcome you. Just as Daddy Bosco has said, he welcomes your support. He welcomes you. If you are not part of the fraternity, you are welcome to be part of the fraternity. And shout out to Tronic One Records for coming together with the GRDA organization in hosting the event in the UK. Now, you do not have to be in the UK. If you would like to give something, to the fundraising as well. As Daddy Bosco has said, he will share the details with me where it is that, persons can be able to make donations as well. And if you don't have donations, but you have access to a phone, you have access to social media, on August 26th, let this event be very memorable. I welcome everyone, just as much as the GRDA would, to share this event, whatever social media platform you have. Even if you have 4 followers, share it with the 4 followers. Okay? If you have 1 million followers, we welcome you, share it with 1 million followers. Every little bit counts. And it's not always about money. It is about a movement. Okay? Just listen to Daddy Bosco, who has shared with you what can be expected. And it's they are working out the kinks, so to speak, as they go forward, all right? But you're talking about someone who has worked in this industry before, has worked with awards before. And from what I'm seeing, and from what it is that I am seeing online, and from what I've heard as well, this is doing very great. It's a great movement that's going on. Let's keep this movement going. We are talking about the GRDA, the Ghana Reggae Dancehall Awards. Welcome your support, okay? Have yourselves a blessed rest of day. And do not forget, please look out for Daddy Bosco across the social media platforms. He can be found on YouTube. He can be found on Instagram, Facebook, Twitter. Check him out, follow him. Okay, is the highlight of this event as well. And to everyone out there from the GRDA that's doing their due diligence and have come up with this event, hats off to you. It is a memorable event, and it will get your support from all parts of the world. Trust and believe that. It's a great thing. Keep up the good work.
Kalakani, Kalakani. Who's your daddy? Who's your daddy? Who's your daddy? Who's your daddy? Who'll be your daddy? Who's your daddy? Who's your daddy? Who's your daddy? She be my sweet, sweet Fanta Diallo. Beautiful woman, I be romantic. I no go play you, baby, no nonsense, oh, no nonsense. So sweet, sweet Fanta Diallo. Beautiful woman, I be romantic. I no go play you, baby, no nonsense, oh, no nonsense. Oh, da. My friend nigga was say, wah, da. I tell him, baby, give one chance. He dey over me, say, oh.